Well, somewhere in there is supposed to be an O-ring, and I don't see one, which would be a problem. So if you saw the last video, which is right up there, you would know that I did find a boost leak on the MR2 after boost leak testing it. Today we're going to pull off the charge pipe, or whatever you want to call that, and figure out what's going on and see if we can find a new O-ring, if it's the O-ring. I suspect it is. We'll be replacing it, then re-boost leak testing it, and then seeing if that makes a big difference. So this atrocity was done, I want to say probably about 13 years ago or so, and I think it's definitely time to make this right. This stock adapter flange for a stock bypass valve is only held on by 3 bolts, so we're going to pop those off and check to see the condition of that O-ring. Just as an initial look, I don't see any breakage around the silicone here, but I definitely felt air coming through, and the only reason that silicone was on there is because young 17-year-old me thought it was a good idea to add that. Well, somewhere in there is supposed to be an O-ring, and I don't see one, which would be a problem. Looking further into this, I don't know if this actually had an O-ring on it. Might have been the reason I did the silicone. Like I said, it was like 13 years ago, so yeah, maybe my kit just didn't come with an O-ring, or I lost it. I really can't remember back that far. Either way, I do know that O-rings are available for this. They're hard to find. They're very hard to find for this adapter. So I'm going to see if I can find something at the hardware store, like an assortment or such, that will fit this, and see if that works. If not, or I think I'll try to source an O-ring, and if I can't do that, well, I might just cut that flange off of here and then weld on an HKS flange where the stock one, or that stock BPV flange, would be. But I do have another project involving the whole intercooling system coming up sometime in the summer, which I think you guys will really enjoy too. Let's go to the hardware store and see what they got. So I went out to Home Depot, picked up a bunch of assorted O-rings. Unfortunately, they don't have any Vitin O-rings. They only have nitrile butadiene, hopefully I'm saying that right, which is only good up to about 120 degrees Celsius, or that's I think roughly 250 degrees Fahrenheit, whereas Vitin is good for 250 degrees Celsius, which is like 425, I think, I don't really know, degrees Fahrenheit, which gives us a lot more safe room than just having these. But I'm going to put one of these on there kind of just to pressure test it to make sure it's sealed. The engine bay really shouldn't get that hot, and neither should the intercooler piping, but right now I don't have a heat shield over my manifold, which will cause it to heat up quite a bit. Might be why the silicone failed. You'll have to pardon my mess here, but it looks like a number 17 one of these, and I got a pack of these for like $2.30 or something at Home Depot. One of these fits on there pretty good, these 17s. I'm going to check out the other assortments to see if there's something with a little more thickness to go over here. I think there is. We'll put that on and see how it goes. I did manage to find a thicker O-ring. It's about the same size as the 17 here, but it should provide a more of a sealing surface for what I need. I did end up cleaning off mostly all the silicone as I could here without really scratching the stainless, so nice. And same with here. So I'm going to pop this O-ring over there, throw the pressure tester back on, and hopefully we have some desirable results this time. I'm starting to remember why I went with the silicone. This mounting system isn't really good because only this one side really kind of gets clamped down. Even then, like you can see, there's a visible gap in there, which isn't ideal. So I did put another O-ring underneath there, a slightly smaller, the number 17, kind of to give it more of a seal, but I just don't I don't have much faith in that, and I think that's probably why I did that silicone initially. That is back on with the new O-rings, and you can see what I mean about the heat shield, or the lack thereof, and that direct heat kind of right over to where the O-rings will be. And another thing I definitely need to do, I got to upgrade all these old couplers to some new 4-ply and get T-bolt clamps for every connection. But right now, we're going to pop this off, toss in the boost leak tester and see what our results are. Well, there's a leak somewhere. Could just be this. Alright, well, the new air leak seems to be coming from here, so let's tighten that up. I took the intake off the turbo, so I figured it's a good time to show you guys what that turbo looks like, if I could get the GoPro down there. But yeah, I'll show some more pictures. It's definitely a one-of-a-kind CT26, that's for sure. And I see bubbling down there, so a little leak before the intake isn't that big of a deal. I mean, it's not really designed to handle boost. That's not what this is for. This is just for what do you call it? Intake, so there's only going to be vacuum under here ever. So that's not that big of a deal. The good thing is it is holding some pressure. It's just a lot of it's leaking out down there. I sprayed some silicone spray on there to see if it would bubble up, and it is. But I'm getting 4 psi, which I was not able to before get any pressure holding. I'm almost at 5 now with the big leak here. So I'm almost tempted to put everything back together, go for a quick drive, maybe lower the wastegate duty cycle down to like 30% instead of 100, which it's at now, and then see how it behaves. With my GoPro battery almost dead, my GoPro's light battery almost dead, I think I'm just going to reassemble it, call it a night, and hopefully the weather's going to be nice tomorrow or the day after. We'll go for a little drive. So we're back in the MR2 here, and right now I'm just in PC Link, just changing the wastegate duty cycle, just bringing that down to like 30%, because there's no need anymore to have that up to 100 if this fix works. And the fix by meaning the if the blow-off valve O-ring fix works. And no, I'm not a tuner. I'm just going off of the basic stuff that I kind of know how to do. So yeah, there we go. So that table is all set up. I'm just going to save it real quick and then start it up and then take it for a little ride, see how it spools. Or maybe I won't do anything because the battery's dead. Yet again. Glad I was able to at least write the flash file, but I'll show you what's going on. I hear the starter just trying to move. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do this another day because I don't want to get out and jump it now. It's like 28 degrees out, so it should be warmer this week. So it's been about half a week and it's about 20-something degrees warmer today, so MR2 finally started. I guess having enough sun exposure, being that it is quite a sunny day and not freezing temperatures. The battery was quite happy and didn't have to jump start or anything. So once I let it warm up, we're going to take it around the block and see if it spools quick. We're not going to get into heavy boost because, well, it's definitely not tuned to have a lot of boost power down low, or a lot of boost down low. Alright, so I doubt you guys are going to be able to see both the boost gauge here and the air-fuel ratio, but I'm going to keep an eye on it. But hopefully you'll be able to see the difference in acceleration. Down to 30%. It definitely gets up to 8 psi just about instantly. So I think that's a success. Might not be obvious on the video, but for me it felt like a way faster of a spool. I know, like what, 8 psi, I'm not making much power. We all know that. So yeah, it definitely pulled a lot harder right from the beginning of just like nailing it a little bit than it was before. Like, it would only kick on boost pretty much at like 3,800 and above, and by the time it hit 7,000, even on basically stock spring pressure, it took to 7,000 RPM to get to 7 or 8 PSI, and now 8 PSI happens at like 3,000 RPM. So I think definitely a retune is in order. So the next up on the plan here is I got to get my right front wheel fixed. It's got a flat spot, hit a huge pothole before the winter started, and I kind of notice it a lot now. And intercooler setup, I'm going to be doing something cool with that. I don't know if that's going to happen before or after the retune. I've got so much stuff I got going on recently, so that'll be fun. And then after that, yeah, the retune, obviously. This time I'll film it. I'll be there, and I think you guys might enjoy that. Raul's shop, Streetworks Automotive is like, it's a super cool shop. The guys there are awesome. I'll make the trek down there, get that all set up. But before I do that, like I said, a couple little things. Film those things for sure. And yeah, so stay tuned. As the weather gets warmer, more content's going to come out, guys. Definitely want to bring this to the drag strip. I want to see which of my vehicles is the fastest between the BMW over there that ran the 12.42, I think, 12.42 at like 108. And this, the last time this was on the track was probably about 11, 12 years ago with like a CT20B, or I'm sorry, it was like a weird 60 trim custom CT26 turbo and like a jet-tuned Gen 2 ECU, and I actually did put down like a 12.5 pass, but with the link and the bigger, more fueling and all that other stuff, I think I should be able to go quite a lot faster, hopefully without breaking an axle. So that will come out later. I hope you guys are looking forward to that. Leave a suggestion or a comment below what you guys would like to see me do, specifically anything car-wise or bike-wise as well. I have more bike videos coming out as the snow and the ice starts going away. And that's going to be it for this video, so thank you guys so much for watching. Please, wow, I'm untangulated. Please press the like button. It will help my videos grow, it'll help the channel grow, and ultimately I'll be able to make more content for you guys. It's free to press the like button, free to subscribe. Please do that as well if you like the videos. Share it with a friend if it might be helpful for them in diagnosing a similar boost issue where they're just getting no power. And as always, thank you for watching, and keep it foul.